So let's rank all the films I rewatched for the month of August 2021. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Duel, better known to you as the Big D, back with another ranking. Today I'm going to rank my August 2021 rewatches. I thought I had this done, but I made an error. I watched 24 movies, so now you know. I'm really going to try and go real quick on this, but I'll try not to be quick, okay? Promise. 24 movies, which one's going to be number one? You never can tell. So here we go. Coming in at number 24 is The Kissing Booth 2 from last year in 2020. Now, I have mixed liking of this. Well, at first it started to be as good as its predecessor, but then it kind of went a little downhill and went back up. It kind of was, I thought I kind of cut off some points for it having a bit of a weak ending, but it soon led into its more recent third installment, so I'm glad that one turned out for a little bit of the best. I know a lot of I know the critics didn't like these movies, and I understand. I'm an understanding person, but I defended these films in any way I could. But anyway, The Kissing Booth 2 isn't too bad. Joy King, everyone was good. So I really think The Kissing Booth 2 is fair and all. Not really great though, but fair and all. Now coming in at number 23 is Anaconda from 1997. I was about to say 2000. Whoops, my mistake. From 1997. Now this film's kind of pretty suspenseful, but it is horrifying. It's good in some ways. Isn't quite a great movie though. But it had a pretty reasonable cast, including J Lo in one of her early films and what have you. I mean, of course, she had done Selena the same year, and also the film has Ice Cube, Jon Voight, Eric Stoltz, Owen Wilson. Yeah, and this was a PG-13 rated horror flick. I'm gonna say it is pretty shocking in ways, but it's still maybe not that great. But hell, I would rather rewatch this creature feature over Jaws: The Revenge, which you'll see which I rewatched 2 of those movies, but that's not on there, nor is number 3. But enough said. But Anaconda is a pretty reasonable creature feature, so I like it a little, but not a whole lot. But I watch it just because I just needed a little something to check out after I watched Jaws, it was after I watched my next film. You'll see what it is. But anyway, Anaconda, yep, it's reasonable. Now, coming in at number 22 is Jaws 2 from 1978. While this is a mixed bag and what have you, but I do like it for what it is. It is kind of like a retelling of the original, sorta, but with different characters, though. Only Roy Scheider, Lorraine Gary, and Murray Hamilton returned for this one. Well, I appreciate them having some of the cast back, but no one else. It's a shame they didn't bring Richard Dreyfuss back, considering he was already busy on starring in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But even so, it's good in ways. Not really as good as the first one, but hey, you don't have to take my word for it. I've already reviewed the Jaws films, and well, this, however, does rank as my second favorite behind the original, which we'll see where that winds up. But Jaws 2 is still pretty reasonable in some parts, so that's number 22 for you. And coming in at number 21 is The Kissing Booth from 2018. I loved this movie when I first watched it. It was one of the first Netflix films I ever watched. since this unexpectedly was nominated for a Kids' Choice Award, along with another Netflix film that I watched for the first time, and that was To All the Boys I Loved Before. Well, this film I feel is kind of underrated, and I know critics dissed it just like they would with the other two. But again, I'm an understanding person, but I love this movie. I absolutely love Joy King's performance in this. Jacob Elordi, Joel Courtney, they were really good. Some of the drama kind of made us go a little downhill, but I loved it for its humor and what have you. I think it was just so much good. It was a pretty good coming of age flick, and well, that's why I like some of these current teen flicks, just because they're coming of age, what have you. So anyway, The Kissing Booth is definitely pretty good, and it's my favorite of the trilogy, since I didn't do a ranking, but now you know. Yeah, The Kissing Booth is just so fun. Alright, Annabelle covers it. Now, coming in at number 20 is Howard the Duck from 1986. This is sort of a guilty pleasure in ways, but this is pretty much infamous, since I know everybody didn't like this movie when it came out, and I'm an understanding person, like I've already said. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but this film's still pretty fun. I mean, this was what introduced us to this here crazy character from out of the pages of Marvel Comics. I mean, well, I liked Leah Thompson's performance in this. That was really good. Tim Robbins, he was pretty much of a crazy character. Jeffrey Jones, yep. I just gotta say, it was pretty good. I especially liked the Howard the Duck theme at the end. That's really something. I mean, George Lucas, who worked on Star Wars and Indiana Jones, did this. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Now, coming in at number 19 is Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, from 2012. Now, I do think this is a pretty fun movie. I mean, you can't go wrong with these here movies. This one was just pretty much of a fun experience, seeing these our four friends of animals, Alex, Gloria, Mari, and Melman, as they embark on their journey and end up in Europe being a part of a circus act in the hopes of trying to get back home. Anyway, you'll see the other two Madagascar movies on the ranking. So anyway, I think this film's pretty much of a fun flick. I mean, you'll still get that same vibe like you got with the other two movies. So anyway, you'll expect reviews of the Madagascar series next month, since I failed to do a review of Madagascar last year. But don't you worry, I am gonna make it up to y'all, I promise. But Madagascar 3, it's fun. I really did enjoy it for its fun factor and all that jazz. Now, coming in at number 18 is Problem Child from 1990, another guilty pleasure. Now, this film is absolutely hysterical. I used to love the Problem Child movies. Well, I never did watch Stray a whole lot. I know that's still on Tubi along with this one. They don't have two no more, so this just why I just watched the first one, because it's pretty fun. Michael Oliver, absolutely funny as Junior. We got John Ritter, Jack Warden, Amy Yazbek, Gilbert Gottfried as Mr. Peabody. He's absolutely hysterical. Yeah. Yeah, the story of this yuppie couple that takes in this orphan boy who turns out to be a real monster. Yeah. I know you've probably seen this movie. Now, I've already reviewed the franchise as well. So, anyway, Problem Child's definitely a very funny movie, and that's why it ranks up there. Not quite high, because I've seen other fun movies in my so don't hate me for having it this low. So, that's Problem Child. It's a lot of fun. Now, coming in at number 17 is Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken from 1991. Now, I hadn't seen this movie since I was a kid. Now, this is easily an underrated Disney flick. I'm very glad they finally got this film on Disney Plus. Now, this film recently turned 30 not so long ago, but I'll try and make that up to you. I had anticipated on reviewing, but they just couldn't get up on Disney Plus in time, so I humbly apologize, but don't you worry none. I'll be getting up possibly next month if I can make room for it. I've already finished my September schedule, but I may make a little changes and what have you, or put something in. Anyway, this of course is the true story of Sonora Webster Carver. Of course, a young girl who is destined to become a rider of diving horses, and soon becomes blind. I really love the performances we got from everyone. Gabrielle Anwar, who was really good as the young Miss Carver. We also have Cliff Robertson and several others. And can you believe this was directed by Steve Miner, who directed Friday the 13th Parts 2 and 3, which we'll see where those wind up on this ranking, since I've watched some Friday the 13th movies. And he also directed lots of other movies, but I'll talk about when I review this movie. Anyway, this is easily an underrated Disney film. But anyway, I thought it was still good, though, in ways. So that's 17. And coming in at 16 is Madagascar: Escape to Africa from 2008. Now, this, of course, was the sequel to the 2005 movie that's still ahead on this ranking. I thought this was a pretty good sequel. I mean, when our friends of animals, Alex, Mari, Melman, and Gloria, try to get off Madagascar, but soon they land in a bigger part of Africa and, meet, Alex's father, boy, and mother, too. But boy, I gotta tell you, and then they soon encounter more of their own kind that our animal friends have. And this film was just so much fun. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it. I know some of y'all might like the third one more than this, or you may like this more than the third. But hey, you be the judge. So even so, Madagascar: Escape to Africa, that's absolutely a fun-filled flick, and I really did enjoy it. Because I've only seen this in the third one a few times less than the original, since I own the original on DVD. So, Madagascar: Escape to Africa, I think it's pretty fun. Now, coming in at number 15 is Beethoven's Second from 1993. Now, this is kind of a guilty pleasure. I hadn't seen this in some time. I mean, while I mostly liked the original Beethoven, which we'll see where that winds up later on, but this film is just so much fun in ways. But anyway, yeah, I mean, with still great performances from the late great Charles Grodin, plus Bonnie Hunt's back. We got everyone else back. Nicole Tom, Christopher Castile, and Sarah Rose Carr. Yeah, this was a little bit more fun. I mean, we get to see more puppies and what have you once Beethoven's new girlfriend Missy's been kidnapped, not captured. Well, I was about to say that. But even so, I think this just still has a lot of fun and what have you. I had a little bit of fun watching this. Well, I still like the original Beethoven more, but this one comes right up there, though. And it's just a bow wow load of fun. Little joke there, everyone. I know that one kind of wasn't a great joke, but hey, it was worth a shot. But anyway, that's number 15 for you, and coming in at number 14 is Friday the 13th Part 3 from 1982. Sorry to disappoint y'all that this is so low. I still like this one. But the other 3 Fridays that I've watched are a little higher, but again, no hard feelings. But I really do love the first few Friday the 13th. But Well, until it gets up there to the next ones. I mean, New Beginning's fine, but it redeems itself with Jason Lives, but I don't have those. I only have the first four. But this film's pretty fun. I know it didn't get a lot of response from everyone, but a lot of horror fanatics do like it. And before you ask, no, I didn't watch it in 3D. I rarely do watch that film in 3D, only if I want to. Still, Friday the 13th Part 3, it's good. I mean, the characters are mostly a hit or miss, but, well, sort of. But even so, this has some good moments. Richard Brooker does an amazing job in playing Jason, whom we actually don't even hear his name mentioned, but still pretty good, though. So anyway, Friday the 13th Part 3, that's really good. And coming at 13 is The Karate Kid from 2010. Now, I absolutely do love this just about as much as I like the original one. Well, love it anyway. Anyway, I do think this has some great performances. Jaden Smith does a real good job as Dre, and let's see here. Oh boy. Yeah, Jackie Chan is absolutely great as Mr. Han. Taraji P. Henson, that's who I was thinking. Plays Dre's mother, really good. A lot of the other characters are really good as well. Mei Ying is definitely a good character. Yeah, that was pretty good. I enjoyed it. If you've not seen my reviews or rankings of this, I gotta tell you, this was pretty good. It was my second favorite of the Karate Kid franchise behind the original. So yeah. Anyway, pretty good. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the new season of Cobra Kai when it comes up. I just found out it already got renewed for a fifth season. So awesome. More Cobra Kai to go. Excellent, excellent. This is going to be awesome. But anyway, enough said. The Karate Kid 2010 is definitely a pretty good remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty fun. Now, coming in at number 12 is Madagascar from 2005. I love this movie. This is one of my main favorite DreamWorks animation flicks, the one that started it all. It just has a whole lot of fun. With a great voice acting cast that included the actors that will go on for the next two movies. Ben Stiller as, of course, Alex, Chris Rock as Mari, David Schwimmer as Melman, and Jada Pinkett Smith as Gloria. All real good. The penguins are really good. Yeah, I know I didn't mention all the characters in my. They were all good. King Julian is absolutely hysterical. Oh wow. It's just so much fun to watch. It's just one of my main favorite DreamWorks animation flicks, as I've said. But enough about that. But Madagascar is definitely a fun flick, and it's the one that started all. I do love it. Okay, now coming in at number 11 is Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back from 1980. Yes, this is a film from the year I was born, and I have to say I love this movie. I know I haven't really taken the time to watch this as much as I've done with some of the other Peanuts movies that came before this, which those were A Boy Named Charlie Brown, Snoopy Come Home, and Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. Charlie Brown, Linus, Peppermint Patty, and Marcy all travel to France as foreign exchange students. And Snoopy and Woodstock tag along. I gotta tell you, Snoopy is absolutely hysterical in this. Oh, you'll find out why, but his laughter always cracks me up every time. Yeah, I need to review the Peanuts flick sometime or sooner. I will soon enough. But I do like how this movie goes, and it's just so much fun. So that about covers it. Now for the top 10, coming in at number 10 is Beavis and Butthead Do America from 1996. I love this movie. I mean, now I didn't have MTV at the time, but I remembered renting this for when I watched it. It was absolutely funny. I'm going to be reviewing it later on this year. But I gotta tell you, this is a fun-filled comic ride from start to finish. With the performances of Mike Judge, the creator of this series, it's absolutely funny. How they go through Las Vegas all the way to Washington D.C. It's crazy. It's hysterical. The humor's crazy. Boy, I couldn't stop my laughter at some scenes and why have you like usual, but it's so much fun, and I especially do enjoy some of the hard rocking music and some of the fun music, and well, you know the rest. I'm reviewing this real soon because this film's turning 25 this year, so be on the lookout for the review of it. Now, coming in at number 9 is Cruella. Now, although I went and saw this movie like 3 months ago, back in May, I just revisited on Disney Plus as it's no longer on Premiere Access, so it's free to all of y'all. So if you didn't get a chance to go to the theater to see this, shame, shame, shame. You're missed out on something really fun. I really enjoyed this. It was pretty fun the second time around. I just enjoyed it. Emma Stone nails it as the title character. I found out there is going to be a sequel, so let's hope for the best. We'll get this in theaters and not on the Premiere Access. We really need all the help we can get to keep our theaters going, despite this new improved, bit of the you-know-what, the Delta variant. So come on, people. Don't let this get to you. Don't let this scare you. Just get vaccinated, what have you. I should point out, I've already been vaccinated twice, so good. Just thought you ought to know, just in case. But this film was so much fun. It's a great origin story. I think this was just a lot of fun. It's definitely a good one. So we hope for the best. This will be good when we get a second one sometime down the road. Now coming in at number 8 is The Abyss from 1989. Now, it's been years since I last saw this film. But anyway, this, of course, is the intensifying underwater epic drama thriller from James Cameron, still a ways before giving us Titanic or Avatar. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It had a lot of fun moments underwater. Now, I will be reviewing this next month, so details to follow. I just gotta say, it was really something. With James Cameron's direction, it was really good. Great cast. They include Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. You may know her from Scarface, and well, later on she do Maid Marian in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which I'm also going to review next month. Ed Harris is in it. Michael Biehn. Yeah, they were all good. I think this was just so much of an epic experience. I think it was really something. That's The Abyss for y'all, but I'll tell you more when I review it. Now, coming in at number 7 is Beethoven from 1991. This film has already celebrated its anniversary, I do believe, but this was a real fun movie. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite canine movies. I just think this was just so much fun. Oh no, wait, it was 1992. I'm sorry, my mistake. They produced the film in 91, but it didn't come out until 92. Sorry, my mistake. Woohoo! Anyway, this film was just so hysterical. I love every bit of it. We got the late great Charles Grodin, Bonnie Hunt. The late great Dean Jones is in it as Dr. Varag, great villain. I do love the kids in the movie. Nicole Tom, Christopher Castile, Sarah Rose Carr. Yeah, they were all good. I think this film was just so much fun. Boy, I especially loved the part where Mr. Nguyen, that's Mr. Groen's character, he's slaving, thinks he's on to his wife while he's slaving. It's Beethoven in the bed when he turns out he's in for a real way. I just love when he just screamed out so loud, chasing out of the house. Boy, I was laughing my head off at that. It's so funny. Woo! But Beethoven's pretty funny. I do love it. So that's number 7. Coming in at number 6 is My Girl from 1991. Now, I'll also be reviewing this movie later on this year. I do think this movie is a very good movie. I mean, with great performances from Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Macaulay Culkin, which after doing Home Alone. Of course, this came out shortly after his Saturday morning show Wish Kid came on NBC, and but I also liked the debut of Anna Klumsky. Yeah, really something. This is so much fun to watch, and I really did enjoy this. I mean, if you've never seen this movie, you should check it out. I didn't watch the sequel though. If it's still on Netflix, maybe I'll give it a try. I don't think I recalled seeing the second one though, but I might be wrong though. But it probably wouldn't compare to this one. My Girl is still a very good movie, and again, I'm going to review it soon. So that's number 6. Now for the top 5, coming in at number 5 is Fast Times at Ridgemont High from 1982. I absolutely love this movie. This is one of my favorite teen flicks of the 80s. I'll review this sometime down the road, or possibly for next year, since the film's going to be celebrating its 40th anniversary next year. But, well, even if you want me to do it right now, I'll be more than happy to if I can find some room for it. But if I don't, then I'll save it for next summer when it turns 40, okay? Promise. This film has a great cast that includes Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold, Phoebe Cates, Ray Walston. Oh, the list goes on. I have had a lot of fun watching this movie. It's got great music and what have you. Amy Heckerling does a great job in directing this, and of course, it's got that great scene with Phoebe Cates going to Judge Reinhold. Boys, if you're watched this numerous times, put that scene on ultra slow mode if you got it on DVD, or heck, you could even do it for Blu-ray as long as you don't got your girlfriend or wife or you get the point. All right. Enough said. This is a great teen movie, and I really do love it. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High comes in 5th, and coming in at number 4. Yeah, number 4 is the original Friday the 13th from 1980. Love this movie. Definitely one of my favorites in the franchise. Not my top fave, but it still ranks up in the top 5 though of this franchise. I love it. It's got great performances. Well, maybe not great, but close to great. I like Betsy Palmer's Mrs. Voorhees. Yep. And the rest of the characters aren't too bad. I mean, with Kevin Bacon as one of them, yeah. It's just that I think this is just a lot of fun. Alice, the final girl, isn't too bad. Not really my favorite final girl, though. But still, I've got to say, I love the atmosphere before reaching Camp Crystal Lake, and well, that's all I can tell you about this. If you haven't seen my reviews of it, but I'll probably re-review the films maybe later, well, sometime down the road. Just keep it here on my channel, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, that about covers it. Now coming in at number 3 is Friday the 13th Part 2 from 1981. I love this movie a bit more than the first in ways, but still, it's got its fun moments. We get Jason in full form. This recently celebrated its 40th anniversary this past year. I mean, we get Amy Steele as Jeannie, definitely one of the great final girls of the franchise. Steve Meyer directed this, as he would later do with Part 3. And some of the other side characters were good. I know I liked Mark, and was one of them. Vicky was one of the great characters. Let's see. I like Paul as well. Sandra and Jeff. Yeah, not too bad. Anyway, Friday the 13th Part 2 is definitely good. I have seen the uncut versions of the kills and what have you, even though I don't have the Friday the 13th Blu-ray set, because I still have no actual Blu-ray player. I wish I did, but, well, at least I got a good look at them, though. It looked really good. So Friday the 13th Part 2, that's number 3. Now for the final 2, and this was a tough decision, just like my first times. We have 2 great, awesome horror flicks. So coming in at number 2 is Jaws from 1975. Great movie. Great direction from Steven Spielberg. We got lots of great performances. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, Lorraine Gary wasn't too bad, and Murray Hamilton. Yeah, they were all pretty good in this. This is just the one that started all, and it's still one of the greats. You can't go wrong with it. John Williams' score for it. This was awesome, especially the theme song, which we all know how that goes, and it is good. So anyway, I really did enjoy Jaws. If I rewatch it, it gets even better with every watch. So you can't go wrong with a flick like that. This is easily one of my favorite creature features, But it just kind of missed the top, because coming in at number 1 is Friday the 13th, the final chapter from 1984. Definitely my favorite of the franchise. I still love it. It's one of the greats. And, well, considering it's the final chapter, but they continued on. I like the direction from Joseph Zio. We have great performances. Kimberly Beck, Corey Feldman, Crispin Glover, Ted White. Oh, everyone. Yeah, Ted White plays Jason. Great performance. This had tons of really good kills. I gotta admit, I really did enjoy Crispin Glover's character. Had the best kill of all with the corkscrew and the machete to the face. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. I liked how young Tommy Jarvis does the double tap, well, just to make sure that Jason's dead and why he actually gets killed. But you probably know the story already if you've seen the movie. If you haven't, then I apologize if I spoiled it. So anyway, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, aka Part 4, is definitely my favorite of the franchise, and it's my number 1 rewatch for the month of August 2021. And there you have it. That's the ranking. What do you think of this ranking? You can tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you a special TV log, a show that's celebrating 45 years this year. Well, tomorrow that is. And that's Alice. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other videos. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for Howard the Duck, or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review for Jaws that I did a couple of years back, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my ranking of all the first-time watches for August 2021. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.